I have thousands of games played in chess.com, and the reason for that is very simple. It is my platform of choice. Now, it is undeniable that Lichess is a very powerful site, and let's be honest, in many areas it's much better than chess.com. So, in this video we're going to discuss the 4 reasons why Lichess is actually better than chess.com. Let's go! Put simply, it is analysis born steroids. Study can be used to analyze your own games, study famous games, learn a particular opening or endgame, build and organize your opening repertoire, or even save your favorite puzzles. So you get it, studies are super versatile. And so, in my personal opinion, just for this feature alone, I think you should definitely consider having an account on Lichess if you haven't got one yet. So imagine an analysis board where you can comment and annotate positions. And I can already hear people saying, that's not that impressive. I can also do that in chess.com. And yes, you can kind of do that, but the user experience in chess.com is very clunky. And studies also have a built-in Open Explorer, an endgame table base, and a feature that I think everyone should know about. And that is the option to turn your studies into interactive lessons. This is a super cool feature that guides you through the lesson with feedback when you play the right or wrong move. And it is incredibly useful to make sure you know every move from that new opening you have been studying recently. A key feature to keep all the content from the study organized is the ability to create chapters with its own starting position and subsequent move tree. It sounds simple, but it's a massive help in keeping everything tidy so you can go back and find quickly that study that you need to review. And finally, studies would not be studies if it wasn't because of its shareability and collaboration tools. So let me give you a few examples of what I mean. You can make studies public and share it with friends to analyze that trendy opening that you wanted to learn, or you can even add your coach as a contributor to get help with that game you couldn't figure out. If you're into teaching chess, you can also share it with the students and they can comment in real time on the chat. And another very useful feature is that the moves can be synced in the study for when 2 or more people are in a Zoom call working on the same study. And there is also the fact that there are thousands of studies available, and many of them from very strong players that you can leverage to learn pretty much anything you want to learn. I have, for instance, been digging recently and studied by Eric Rosen all about the London system traps, so I'm sure you can find a study that is great for whatever you're looking to learn next. Another feature that I believe is more powerful than the offering from chess.com is the Open Explorer. With the Lichess Open Explorer, you have in the one single view the analysis tool, the opening database, and a written overview of the opening. A key area of the Open Explorer of chess.com that I want to flag is the fact that you can only reference the database from master games. Now, the issue with this is that if you're not a master, you might want to check what other players of your level do in certain positions. So you can go and learn the most common responses from players of your strength. And guess what? Lichess does offer you the ability to show the database not only by rating, but also by the time control of the games. Because, obviously, the moves that are more often played in a 20-minute game between 2 masters will be very different from a 5-minute game played by, 2 1500s. And one final feature for those who are lower rated players is that Lichess provides a visual reference for best moves and threats with color arrows, which, while I think is kind of relatively a small thing, it does help. Let me ask you a question. What are you most likely to have with you most of the time, your PC or a smartphone? Because I'm not quite sure what chess.com's team was thinking when they decided to limit their app functionality as much as they did. When you look at the Lichess mobile app, it has pretty much all the features that the website version has. And that includes, by the way, the study feature we have already talked about. But even if you put aside the study feature for a second and we just look at the analysis board, it is incredible to see how much functionality Lichess has managed to pack in their mobile app. You can see the win rate based on rating, you have the ability to change depth of analysis and show up to 5 computer lines. Then you look at chess.com analysis board in the mobile app and well, you see nothing because there is no analysis board in the mobile app. And the final reason why Lichess is better than chess.com is simply the price. Lichess is completely free, while chess.com has only a limited number of features that are free, but basic things such as the game review I think is limited to 1 a day, and then you need to pay for the premium membership. The price of chess.com membership depends on the tier you choose, but it is anywhere between, I believe, $5 and $14 a month. But anyway, this argument goes beyond just the price, as the operating model behind each platform is very different. Lichess is an open source platform, free of any ads, and is maintained by donations and volunteers that support the cause of providing a free chess service for everyone. On the opposite, you have chess.com, which provides a great service, don't get me wrong, but it is a business that is constantly looking for ways to monetize their service. One recent example I know have generated some controversy is their verification system. I don't want to spend too much time on this topic for this video, but basically the verification process adds credibility to your account and it gives you exclusive access to tournaments at a cost of, I think, $15 a year, which might not seem a lot. Now, the thing is, you're already paying for features that Lichess offers for free, and then on top of this, you're paying extra for this verification process. So, the argument is that the verification fee seems for some a way for chess.com to try to expand their ways of increasing revenue, as some people argue that their premium membership should already pay for this verification process. There you go, those are the 4 areas where I think Lichess is definitely stronger than chess.com. But if you are interested in seeing what other areas chess.com is much stronger than Lichess, then watch this other video that should appear somewhere in the screen. If it is not yet anywhere in the screen, it's because it will come out in the next few days, so subscribe so you don't miss that video. For now, thank you very much for watching and catch you soon.